We are one day away from the first matches of season 5, and expectations are weirdly high for one of my teams, and it's starting to make me quite nervous. I did a live stream yesterday talking about the 4 teams that I have set up for this upcoming season: Empire FC, Liberte MFC, Sarpa Fawson, and the Patron Saints. And the MFL Manager League projections came out yesterday, and I was scared at what I found. And part of the reason is because Empire FC is at the top. It is currently the highest projected team based on best 11 and best 16, barely over Tulsa MFC. But I don't know how to feel about this, to be honest. I am a little nervous because the third place team here, MFC, MRZE, only has 13 players, and Sutton St. James MFC only have 12. So they can certainly improve, given that I have 18 players. I'm probably going to stick with 18 for the season. But I knew I had a team that was probably going to be competitive, like for the top of this first season in Spark. I wasn't expecting to be that high. Obviously, we don't know what league we're going to be in when we start, but I took in a few loans from people at 0% rev share, which is really generous of them. And I think it's kind of these top guys that I brought in that are putting my rating up. And one of the issues I'm going to have this whole season really is, do I play the best players or do I play my players in the hopes of getting more progression? And so that's the battle I'm going to have all season with Empire FC particularly. The original plan was to have everybody with a rating between 60 and 65, really 64. And Nuno Pinto, I forget this guy's name, Vinko Samardzic, and Ian Lyons, and Miliano Mancia are the 4 players that I had. They're under my agency. Can't forget about Arturo Torres. Those guys are in my agency. I brought in Theodore struggle on this one every time. Unguranu, maybe, who was also 64. And then I got these other loans. People were looking to get these guys out, and then they became my highest rated players with Bror Pham, a 68 rated CM from Sweden, Emily Ryu, and Hans Dieter Bertram, 68, 66, and 65 rated respectively. And I think those guys help push me up of this manager projection list. I don't know, again, how much I'll play them, because I do have other players that play their positions that I had planned on using. But I just have this feeling that I'm going to be more attentive to winning the league now. And while I wanted to win the league, obviously, I was really trying to make sure that I had enough progression and that I would be somewhat competitive. But now that I see this table with my projection in first, and again, it's just projection, doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen, but it feels like the pressure's on a little bit. And I was a little worried at first, but then big things happened in the WenDirk Cup. And I was put into group 27 of the WenDirk Cup. And as you see, I won it. I did a video a few weeks ago titled, "Am I the greatest MFL manager ever?" And then I had some very poor results in the Redemption Cup and was a little down, but we are back, baby. And you'll notice, didn't give up a single goal, but also I only played one real team. FC Barcelona and Joku Ball were didn't have a team set up with the appropriate ratings for rating cap. They went over the cap, probably because they were set up for another cup at the time. So I actually got forfeits basically from Joku Ball and FC Barcelona, and then I played Lordello earlier today, and obviously earlier today, and won that match. Oh, where are we here? I feel like this is already all the way back. Sorry. Here we go. Lordello 4-0 big win, 55% possession, 2.49 expected goals. Now, granted, my team was better, and so that is what it is. But we have this goal from Torres here coming up. Sorry for giving that away. We had Fam take the free kick. Fam was one of the players that I brought in. Free kick and just Arturo Torres, little header right into the box. Absolutely beautiful. And then actually got an own goal here, which I didn't even know existed on MFL because I've never seen it before. But here it comes in, ball comes in and just makes a calamity of it. I assume I assume Nuno Pinto probably ran around taking credit for it, but ultimately the scorers decided he did not. And then had Torres here on a penalty. I don't even remember. I think it was a handball in the box. And Torres, takes his time, waits for everyone, and then slots it right into the corner. Filthy goal. And then Nuno Pinto did get on the score sheet finally, literally right off kickoff here, it looks like. 90th minute, Torres finds Pinto running, and just an absolute banger. Gorgeous. So Pinto with 1 goal, Torres 2 goals and an assist, and Fam with the assist, which helped us win our WenDirk league or WenDirk group, excuse me. So we're flying. We're absolutely flying. And then I play the Musa's boys tomorrow in the opener. And that team is actually pretty good, it looks like. They were projected, let's see, 7th, which is not bad. I actually thought they were better than that when I looked originally. So let's see if they've added anyone since. Like, this is the team. This looks a lot like my Liberte team. So we should win this one. I'm not going to rotate, although I guess you could make the argument maybe I do rotate. Let's see what my common riders is 2nd. They're right below. Oh, man. And then, oh no, I'm sorry. This is Musa's team. Apologies. Still working my way around here. So let's see. Play Musa's boys first, and then Tulsa MFC, which is the 2nd team. So that's a very strong second game. And then MFC MRZ, which is 3rd. So I play 2nd and 3rd within the first 3 games of the season. So maybe we rotate a little bit in the first one. Don't want to give away too much, in case Musa's boys, let's see who owns that club. Just in case Jabby's watching this and they're like, oh, they'll just rotate. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Empire FC going in. This is as of yesterday, 428 at the top, which is a bit scary. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit scary. And then Liberte MFC, who will be in Spark League 11. And for anyone who is unfamiliar with this, mflmanager.fr/projections is how you get all of these. It's a really amazing site, and just another one of these third-party sites that is doing some phenomenal work. So League 11 is not going to be as promising. I'll put it that way. Liberte here listed 8th. And from the best 11 standpoint, there's a bit of a gap in terms of the total, but the averages are a little closer. And, it feels like a fairly competitive league in the middle. The top is obviously the top for a reason. And it looks like there'll be a pretty good promotion battle there. Shout out to Nepenthes, who's a cost experiment team down here with the best 11 average of 45. And so, funny enough, we actually open up against Nepenthes. And so that'll be, a fun one that hopefully our boys from Liberte can take care of business right away. And then we play, let's see, Moneymore FC, who is 4th in the projection. And then we have Shooting Quells and Pyramid MIG. So Shooting Quells top. So that's going to be a tough one. And then I've already forgotten the other one, Pyramid Mags, which are 10th. All right, so, kind of up and down in the first 4, but, beginning of the season, everybody's fired up, and hopefully, really, I wasn't expecting Liberte to be, fighting for promotion at all, but, finishing mid-table would be nice, and so that's what we're going to do. There's no relegation this season anyway, so it's not like there's no danger in being down there, but, Liberte, really what we want out of this squad are some tier breakers. So I have this. I was able to get 3 players from Orange Fly. He wanted them in squads. I don't know if I'll play them or not. They obviously are my highest rated guys. I tried to get everyone between 55 and 50. Excuse me, 50 and 55. I had to get another goalie in, which is why it dropped to 48. But I don't know how much I'll use Orange Fly's players. He was okay with me not using them. He was like, I just want them in a team to get some progression. And so if I do focus on my guys, we have Diego Bustamante and Luis Moya, who are unfortunately 27 and 28, but they're at 54, and I'm kind of hoping for a tier break. And then Patrick Johnson here is also a 54, 23-year-old. Would love to see a break. And then my goalie, Cyril Hawkins, and he'll be at 55 in no time, surely, and only 20, so appreciate that. And then I have a number of guys, at 53 that I'm hoping, break through early in the season. And this time tomorrow, we'll have our first progressions. And so I'm hoping, we'll just go to the progression one, and we'll do our custom one day, and there'll be a lot. But it's been empty for a couple of days because it's the off season, and we are ready for our progression. Moving on, unsurprisingly here with Sarpa Fawson, who has a squad kind of in the 40s in terms of player ratings. And as you can imagine, things are not looking up for Sarpa Fawson in Spark League 30. We're the worst team in the league. And we're not that far away from 9th and 10th, but it might feel that way. And I'm not sure we're going to end up doing a whole lot here. Let's see. We start off with Eastside 15, who fit 6. I don't even know why I'm looking, because they really should lose every game. And I'm really not in any position to improve it, because that's not the point of this team. The point was really just to get these guys to play and try to get some progression and then move them up to Liberte, with the hope that the Liberte guys can move up to Empire. I will say that my 29-year-old center back here, Ilnaz Fomenko, had some very good progression last season, and is just disappointing that he's already 29 years old. Actually, let me see. I don't know where. So we also had Didier Marechal, who got two full rating points last season, which is nice. And none of these guys really played a whole ton, but there was some progression. And then who is this? Ilidari had one. And so this is just the point. Hopefully they are competitive enough in the matches that they do play, so that they don't get minimal progression. But the idea is that we're going to see these guys progress and hopefully move up. And then Patron Saints, which is a team, if you didn't see the video that I did a couple days ago, maybe it was yesterday, explaining the teams. This is a team made up of players from people who have joined my Patreon community. And if you're interested in doing that, there's a link in the description of this video where it's at patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird, supports all the content that I do. And this team is made up of players from people who are in the Patreon community. If you would like to participate, you just have to become a paid member. It's as little as $5 a month. I wouldn't say that's enough of a reason to join yet. Hopefully one day it is, but it really just supports the content and allows me to do a few more things. And so if you look at the squad, it's 100% rev share. Now I do have, we have 21 players in here, and I believe it's because one of my players is at 0%. Yeah, because we wanted to get a few other people. But basically most people have 2 players in it, so it's 10% for them. But that's the idea, is that everybody gets to appreciate on the rev share, and then we kind of have a rating between 53 and 63. Hopefully we get some good progression from our players. And this is in Ice League 12. So I actually didn't enter Spark. We decided to get Ice because I thought it would be a little more MFL for us, even if we didn't necessarily win the league, which I don't think we're going to. Our kind of goal is to stay in the league, but we're projected 9th right now, and there seems to be a decent gap in 8th. Like this seems like a very tough Ice League, and so we're really going to have to do our best against Starship Pilot Academy and OKFC in order to make sure we stay up. Now, I don't, at this time, it's like April 29th right now, there hasn't been a specific announcement about Ice relegation in Season 5. I expect it. but I'm not sure if it's out there. If anybody knows, feel free to leave a comment so that you can instill some more fear in us of staying in this group. But yeah, these are like very, very strong teams that clearly are looking to get promoted. And our hope is to just stay in the league as long as possible. I'm sure at some point we can move up, we'll hope to move up, but it was kind of put together, basically last minute. And so we haven't like prioritized our players in here. It's just a number of guys that some people had left over, but that's the goal with this team, is to stay in Ice League 12 for this season. And looks like we start off with Narcos Jr., who were second. Goodness gracious. Carmathan Crew, who is Josh Excel's, who believes his team is actually better than this, than sixth place, which is not all that encouraging. And then we have Real MFC, which are 702, which not so bad. But, we'll see how we do. The clubs all have different goals, and they're always going to have these different goals because, Sarpa Fawson should feed to Liberte should feed to Empire. Patron Saints are everybody in the Patreon community. And so I would say the Patron Saints, we'd like to stay in ice, get some good progression. Liberte and Sarpa Fawson, certainly progression is the goal. Like player progression is the goal on those teams. And then Empire FC, we're in a position to compete to get into ice. And so that's what we're going to do. That's all I got for today. If you've been watching these videos and want to get an MFL, I have a link in the description below. It's my referral link. It'll get you a free common card once you buy either a club or $25 of player packs that you have to buy from MFL in the store, not necessarily from the marketplace. It also helps benefit me and this channel. So really appreciate anybody who uses that. And yeah, drop your links below. If you're watching this and you're in one of these leagues, drop that below. Maybe we can do a little show for our derby matches, and yeah, be a good time. Good luck out there.